There's not insane Islamic violence against innocent Jews. There's settler colonialism, theft of land, replacement of one people with another, and there's resistance to this process. Nothing else. Disinterested actors. They had their interests. They were always on one side. They were and they are full parties, these various foreign powers, the British at one stage, others at other stages, but most recently, obviously, the United States. They were and are full parties to this war on Palestine, and we see that today in Gaza. Finally, I wanted to underline the enormous imbalance between the two sides in Palestine. We know Israel is enormously powerful, the Palestinians are relatively weak. But in the United States, Israel is David, and the Arabs are Goliath. Hamas is Goliath. And Israel is tiny little Israel, threatened by millions of Muslims. This nonsense is believed by enormous numbers of people in the United States. I wanted to underline this imbalance, and I wanted to shatter the false impression that there is some form of equivalence between colonizer and colonized, between oppressor and oppressed. It was essential to reframe events in Palestine in terms of this reality, which is a reality of settler colonialism and resistance. That's all that's going on. There's nothing else. There's not insane Islamic violence against innocent Jews. There's settler colonialism, theft of land, replacement of one people with another, and there's resistance to this process. Nothing else. There's not terrorism. There's not anything else. Those are the only terms in which this can be understood. It can't be understood in any other terms. Any other terms, and you misunderstand what's going on. Some of the fictions that are current in the West include that, oh, well, this is a struggle between two peoples. Yeah, well, to some extent, but that's not the basic issue. This is not Germany and France. This is a settler colonial reality. Yes, Zionism is a national movement, but it's a colonizing national movement. A project to create a Jewish state. It was also a project which aimed to provide a refuge for persecuted Jews in Europe. And there's a religious aspect. But I want to make it clear that in spite of these factors, the national factor, the religious factor, the persecution factor, the essential dynamic in Palestine is and has always been of a colonial settler movement based in and supported by Europe and the United States. The base of the Zionist project was always New York, London, Paris, Berlin. Always was, still is. That project exists out of a metropole which started back in the beginning of Zionism and continues to be the metropole to this day. And the intention of the movement was to take over a country and displace its